everyone, Leonardo back at you again with episode 3 of Amazing Guitars. What I have on you here is a Viper 301. It's an LTD. I got it many years back, and I've been playing it at shows, house parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings, the whole thing. Not really a bunch of house shows and punk rock shows and stuff like that, so it's a little beat up. But I wanted to show you what I did to it to take it from the normal guitar you see in the catalog and online to this like awesome rock and roll beast you see on me right now. Obviously, it's not a normal color. I took some ceiling tiles and I cut them out to the shape of the guitar and nailed them onto the front of the sucker, and now I have this awesome thunder and lightning vibe on it. And so I thought, once the guitar looks cool, then we got to make it play like just nothing ever before. And so I ripped out the EMG HGs that were in there. Decent pickups, and if you're fine with fine, that's fine. But I wanted to get some extra kick in there. So the easy thing you can do to get some extra power in your punch is to get new pickups, right? And the EMGs were a really easy install. I'm really familiar with them. So what they are here is a chrome set of 60s. Usually you see the 60 in the neck position only, but I put a 60 in the bridge position. And super guitar nerd thing, they're consecutive serial numbers. So like brothers and sisters on the production line, which is pretty awesome. And I think that kind of added some kind of vibe to them or something. But anyway, nobody really uses the 60 in the bridge. And I dig the way it sounds. I think it sounds pretty cool. And it's something to set it apart and make the guitar sound and look and feel a little bit different than everybody else's guitar, because everyone else's guitar is just already out there. Obviously chromed out all the hardware, and you don't see a stop bar tailpiece because I took it off and I drilled to make it string through. I think that the string through changes the response a little bit of how the guitar really feels. And I wanted to take the LTD that I got, off the shelves and goose it up as hard as I could, make it hit as hard as possible, right? So I made the string through, kind of concealed the entryway through this top plate here, so it just looks like a real stealth, real smooth transition into the body, where on the back you can see the ferrules back here, and they're a little dinged up because, like I said, I've been playing a bunch of house shows and stuff like that. The sticker is kind of cool. It's nothing to do with the sound or anything, but it's the band Pussifer. It's Maynard's like side band from Tool. It's pretty awesome. So anyway, I also took the finish off the back of the neck. It's a common complaint out there in guitar land that a finished neck can get a little sticky or slow you down a little bit. So I sanded the finish off of the back of the neck and just put a real light like protective coating on it so it wouldn't get too oily and everything. Of course, when you play as much as I do, it gets a little worn out anyway, right? But I think it just looks awesome. So people see this guitar and like, what is that? And they don't know that it's an LTD, and especially not when you hear it and see it. It's just freaking awesome. And it's really easy to do, to change up a guitar from normal to badass. So obviously you see up here that the tuning pegs have been changed out with Sperzels. Usually you'd see them in satin chrome, but these are polished chrome, and a little more rare, a little harder to find. And I can't say enough good things about Sperzel tuners. Some people out there think they're a little bit too coarse of a ratio, but the tuners that come on guitars a lot, the non-locking tuners, are kind of cheap. They let your tuning slip a little bit, or they weigh a ton. These are relatively lightweight, look amazing, and keep your guitar in tune like rock solid, right? So it's an easy change to get the guitar to actually play better, stay in tune better. The nut and everything is still the same as it was before, so all that is just like it came. But I wanted to kind of show you the coolest thing about the guitar that I did to it was to carve the side to a point. Normally on SGs and Vipers, this is a little flat plane right here, but I brought it to a peak in the middle just to give it a little bit extra of like a blade axe type of thing going on, you know what I mean? So it's more comfortable. It's actually a little bit lighter. I took some wood off of it. I did it down here too on this side to sharpen that point as well. And I think just kind of visually it matches up with the chrome and like axe type of warrior thing. So anyway, took a regular guitar, man, and just made it super amazing by making a few small changes, changing the pickups out, changing the hardware, changing the visual vibe completely. Something that I love doing, and I'm going to show you how this puppy sounds through some clean sounds, and I'm going to be using mainly the middle position, and so you can hear both 60s together because it kind of sounds cool. And then when I hit the distortion, I'm going to go to just the bridge position. And EMGs are pretty hot on their own, but this is just a little extra grit. So now you finally know how a pair of 60s sounds together. Pretty cool. And the 60 in the bridge is still tight, but it hits with this whole like neck pickup sounding thing too. So check it out. So that's why I wanted to change the guitar, because now that sucker's burning. So anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. Hit my Facebook page, take a look at some of the albums and things of some other guitars I put together and changed up. Hit me on Instagram. Next time, we're going to do a killer guitar again and again and again. And until then, here's this riff.